Elisa Grishman. Elisa is a disabilities advocate, an amazing warrior. She has organized, come on up here, throughout Pittsburgh, and she is one of the founders of Access Mom Pittsburgh, and is making Pittsburgh a good place to live for everyone.
Can you hear me? Hi, my name is Elisa Grishman. I use she, her pronouns. I am a fat white woman with brown curly hair, sitting in a blue power wheelchair, and I'm wearing a shirt that says, "Don't stand by, be an ally." In the 19th century, coal miners brought canaries with them into the mines. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that often seeped from the ground and killed miners. But canaries are exceptionally sensitive to carbon monoxide, and miners knew that if the little songbirds stopped singing, then they were in danger. While cruel to the canaries, this new form of detector saved countless human lives. In the 20th century, the first eugenics laws in the world were passed right here in the United States. The Nazis praised our eugenics and racist policies when they went about creating their own laws. But before Hitler even came to power, there were calls to rid Germany of disabled people. Life unworthy of life. Starting with forced sterilization before progressing to the mass murders of disabled children starting in 1939. An estimated 250,000 disabled people were given so-called mercy killings by the German Reich. In the 21st century, not a whole lot has changed. America is our coal mine, Project 2025 and DOGE are our carbon monoxide, and the sweet oxygen being displaced is our entitlement programs like Social Security, SNAP, and Medicaid. It's Medicaid that I want to talk about today. Medicaid provides essential health care for 3 million Pennsylvanians, including children, seniors, and people with disabilities. That's 23% of our state's population, almost a quarter. The proportion of people with disabilities on Medicaid is even higher. 40% of all working-age adults with disabilities rely on it. I am one of those people. I have multiple sclerosis, a degenerative neurological disorder that has progressively impaired my mobility. I am on SSDI, or Social Security Disability Insurance, a threatened entitlement program that I paid into during the years when I was able to work. I live on $1,047 a month. That is $12,564 a year. I don't think I need to tell you that that's not a lot. That has to cover housing, utilities, transportation, any food that's not covered by SNAP, toilet paper, dish soap, and medical expenses. I have a lot of medical expenses. I've updated this since last week for anyone who comes there, but I know I'm 21 different daily medications, 5 as needed, 3 different types of insulin, and 2 different infusions that had to be given in a hospital setting. You can't hear me?
You have the limited folks, it's the best it's going to get.
February 1st. day of the year, so that averages to just shy of 2 appointments every 3 days. I had 3 appointments this past Wednesday alone. Do you have any idea how much I spend on copays? Actually, it's just about $30 a month. Without Medicaid, I will die. Medicaid covers so much for me. All of my Medicare premiums, all of my appointment copays, and all but one of my medications. It pays for durable medical equipment, including my CPAP machine that keeps me alive and breathing in my sleep, and my power wheelchair so I can get out of my house. It covered several in-home nursing visits in January and February, and an in-home x-ray to check for pneumonia when I caught the flu last month. Speaking of the flu, Medicaid covered all of my vaccinations, and I don't even want to think about how much sicker I would have been if I hadn't had the flu shot. While I'm well enough for now that I can manage with 3 hours of county-provided in-home services a week that help me around my house, there will be a day when my MS has progressed enough that I need daily in-home services. You know who provides that? Medicaid. Some might say that I should go to a nursing home, but one, I'm 43. I don't want to live in a nursing home. Would you? That sounds miserable. And 2, home-based services are 40 to 50% cheaper than nursing home care, so it just makes more sense to keep me at home. America is the coal mine, Doge is the carbon monoxide, and Medicaid is the oxygen. I didn't say who the canaries are. I think by now it is clear that people with disabilities are the canaries in this coal mine, and when shit hits the fan, you're going to be the first to go. So why should you care? Who are these disabled people anyway? We're you. Regardless of race, gender, religion, or socioeconomic status, can join at any point, whether they want to or not. The longer you live, the more likely it is that you will become disabled. And nobody, not a single person in this whole audience, not Elon Musk, not Donald fucking Trump, can guarantee that they will be in that car tomorrow and boom, disabled. While disabled people are the canaries who will be the first to go, I'll remind you that the canary dying is just a warning. Bad things are coming. Congressional cuts to Medicaid will cost Pennsylvania $1 to $2 billion a year. And that's a billion with a B. You think you're going to be in bad shape now with Pittsburgh Regional Transit threatening to cut 40% of bus service and 62% of air transit over a measly $117 million? Hospitals will close due to a lack of funding. The job losses will be enormous and healthcare costs will rise for everyone if you can even find a practitioner. People with disabilities will be forced into institutions at higher tax costs. I don't even want to think about how much taxes will go up. Reducing Medicaid funding will weaken Pennsylvania's economy, especially in rural communities, but here in the city as well. The effects will be catastrophic. Medicaid is an investment, not an expense. Medicaid is a service that creates jobs, supports hospitals, the host and stabilize the economy. When Medicaid expansion happened back in 2015, it reduced unpaid hospital costs by 32%, which saved taxpayers money and improved access to services. Right now, Medicaid keeps workers healthy, reducing absenteeism and stabilizing small businesses. It supports job training and employment for people with disabilities, which promotes economic self-sufficiency. Thankfully, Pennsylvanians and Americans everywhere are fighting to save Medicaid, and you can be one of them. If you have your phone out right now, open up a browser right now, and look up PHAN, P-H-A-N. And your first result should be Pennsylvania Health Access Network. Click that and then click Get Involved in the top menu. There's a webinar being hosted next Tuesday, April 8th, called Medicaid Threats in Pennsylvania, what's happening and what you can do. At the end of this, please don't come up right now because we got a lot going on, but at the end of this, if you come find me or there's one other person sitting in a wheelchair up here, I've got a QR code that has the link to the webinar, or if you sign up on Mobilize, I think there's an email going out. But, yeah. My shirt says, don't stand by, be an ally. Even if you don't use Medicaid, you will miss it when it is gone. Please join our efforts to save Medicaid. I am tired of being a canary, and I am starting to show